Hello, welcome to my presentation, my analyzation. That's even a word. It is a word. I just said it. But I am here to analyze the book Fangs. I love it. It's a real good read. There you go. And just wanna hit a few points, so stick with me. Won't be here very long. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, the book is called Fangs. It's 112 pages. It's really good. The publishing house for it is Andrew McMill Publishing. The author is Sarah Anderson, and the book is real good. The acts that occur in the book is Act One is plus page one is the opening of the book, so that's Act One. Act Two is page 40. Page 40 is where like the second part of the book starts to take place that ties in. Act 3 is page 82. That's when you get close to the end of, not too much to the end. Or no, if it identifies as a genuine graphic novel or a compilation, it identifies as a genuine graphic novel because it's one set story. It's not a bunch of stories put together. It's just a regular old smuggler love story between a vampire and a werewolf. It's real good because when I saw it, I was kind of, I was intrigued because I love love stories. So when I saw it, I was like, okay. So I picked it. The protagonist in the book, I wanted to say two of them. It was the vampire and the werewolf, but if you read more into it, you identify more that the werewolf is the protagonist, and his goal is to get the vampire to date him. Because he likes her and wants to know her better. So that was his goal, and it does have a clear middle when they're in the middle of their relationship, and it does have a clear end when they. I don't want to give the whole book away, but I gotta give the book away. Is when they finally are together and they bond in a relationship. So it has a clear visual goal and a middle, and it has an end. And it's very easy to spot in because it's a love story. So it's not one of those complicated love stories. So it's very easy to spot in it. So, um, to tell you briefly why it has one, why it's satisfactory resolution, because of it being a love story, it's easy to follow along. It has its own quirks that most love stories have. Boy meets girl, girl meets boy, boy, girl falls for boy, and he said stop saying I'm saying it anyway. But he really likes her, and they do have a little conflict. The conflict is with him being a werewolf. He turns into a wolf sometimes. With her being a vampire, she has to make a decision not to either to eat him or to date him. And she's really conflicting with the always wanting to eat him, wanting to suck his blood. So that's really good. That's a good thing. Not a good thing, but you know what I mean. It's like that's the conflict in it. And the characters do show growth because at first, well, mainly her. like I said, she wanted to eat him. And in the story, you see there's several times where he has to fend her off from her wanting to to eat him. Um, if I could find it real quick, I probably can't. But there's parts where she really just tried her best to suck his blood, and he had to fight her off, which I thought was cute to me, that he had to fight her off from her wanting to eat him. I know I had it paged, but my things fell out. But it's really cute that he had to fight her off because she wanted to suck his blood. And then there's a part where he ended up cutting himself, and she saw and wanted to I found it right here where he's cooking and he cuts himself and he's bleeding and she senses it, and he had to fend her off from her wanting to suck his blood. I thought that was real real cute and funny. And effective transition, I have that page marked off. I make sure of it. Is right here where they are mad at each other, and effective transition, and then is into when they start to make up. So that's the effective transition for when they're mad at each other, and they go into them making up and her crying and him consoling her. So that was real good. And does the readers know where they at? Yes. It's easy to follow from scene to scene, from page to page. You can tell where they are. It's not that hard to follow. It's real smooth. It's real easy to see everything. Not to see, but it's real easy to understand everything, like where they're going in the book. Yes, does it pull the reader through? It does. It keeps you engaged. It keeps the page turning. You want to see what happens next. You want to keep going. When I read it and when it was done, I was mad because I was like, I want more. So it pulls you through. It keeps you turning the page. Is never a dull moment in it. It's really good. And would I recommend this to my classmates? Yes. I would recommend you getting this book off of Amazon. It's only $9 and it comes to you the next day. So I would recommend FANGS to my classmates. I say get it. It's a good book. I read it twice on it and I'm gonna read it again. But it is a good book. So I would say get the book. And what I recommend to my friends, I only have like 3 friends. So those 3 I would recommend it to, because it is a good book. Like friends and family, I would recommend it. It is a good book. I do recommend you get it. And a fun fact about the book, I just found it really odd that a vampire and a werewolf would want to date. And I thought it was good. I would have put a vampire and a werewolf together because normally they hate each other. Normally werewolves and vampires don't get along, but it's a real good book, and I thought that was a little fun fact that they normally don't get together, but here they did, so that was a good book. So that's it. That's all for my presentation. Please leave your questions and comments at the bottom, and I hope you get the book. I hope you read it, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.